Hey guys, it's Dee from DeesDivineGuidance here for the sign of Leo for January of 2020. If this is your first time to my channel, I want to say welcome. My name is Dee. I'm a spiritual empowerment coach and healer. And in this video, you're going to get the message from Spirit as well as the energy healing to go along with it. And I do pull some more cards throughout the healing, so you want to stay tuned. All right, so if you haven't already, you can hit the subscribe button. I do have new videos coming out every single week, as well as the new moon and the full moon readings. Also, I have a 3-day challenge coming up. So if you're interested in learning how to stop self-sabotage, especially with the new year coming in, all the New Year's resolutions that we're going to have, let's learn how not to let ourselves sabotage ourselves in the new year. Okay, so if you're interested in joining me with that, you can find the link to join that in the description and the comments below. All right, so speaking of the moon, we've got the moon card as the overall energy for January. Now, the moon card is all about facing the shadows, and I'm hearing the mirror effect, right? So when we see something in somebody else that we tend to judge a lot, we also are feeling that within inside of ourselves. It could be very, very deep down, but we are definitely feeling it. So we're reflecting. And that's why we judge. That's why we get angry, because we're seeing something in somebody else that we don't like within inside of ourselves. So with the moon here, it's about facing the shadows. It's about bringing the shadows to light. Okay, so think about that over the whole month of January for you. Now, we have in the beginning of the month, we've got the Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups, the Emperor, and the Three of Swords. And what I'm feeling here is to override the anger, override the heartbreak. Okay, somewhere in your life, you've had some heartbreak. You feel as though you've been stabbed in the heart. Your heart's just broken. Okay. But you've got the Knight of Cups with the Nine of Cups and the Emperor. So I feel as though for some of you, and again, please remember these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I do feel for some of you, you're wishing for love. You're wishing for that connection with somebody. And, you know, you feel as though that's going to bring you some happiness, okay? It's like you're taking your power here with the Emperor. You're standing in your power after the heartbreak, after everything that you've been through. You're still standing in your power here. They're making me feel, though, with the Knight of Cups, it's going a little bit backwards. It's not going towards your wish. So again, with this moon card here, you really have to focus on what's inside of you. What is holding you back from the love that you want? And even if you're in a relationship and you're not happy, or it's not everything that you want it to be, you really have to go deep down inside and figure out what is holding you back. Is there anger there? Is there resentment there? Is there, limited beliefs that are holding you back from the wish that you want? Now, again, with the Knight of Cups there, I do feel like the wish can have to do with connection. So it could be a romantic partner, but it could just be friends. It could be, finding that connection between people. For some of you, it could be that you're on that spiritual awakening and you're feeling like you just don't connect with anybody because nobody understands you and what you're going through. So there's definitely communities, especially like my Facebook group, that you can join in order to really start to make friends with people that are like-minded as you, have gone through a spiritual awakening, that believe in the things that you believe in. Because I know it's hard in person to sometimes find, depending on where you live, those types of people. But I do feel the moral of the story here is in the beginning of the month, there's some shadows that are coming up for you. And I know at the end of December, we have the new moon. And, that could have kind of put things in perspective for you, shown a little bit of the darkness within inside of you, and really kind of illuminated it for you. And now in the beginning of the month, you're starting to really kind of dive into that and really figure out what it is and heal it. All right. So in the middle of the month, we've got the Four of Cups, we've got the Hermit card, we've got the Hangman, and we have the Six of Cups. So again, this is about going back It's about taking a break out, first of all right? Stop. It's time to really look at your life and see where you're putting your effort into and what you're not putting your effort into. And really to align your priorities with what's going on here. So it's about taking the break. And the Hermit card is about, it's about isolation. It's about going within. It's about healing. Okay, it's about taking the time to face the shadows and not just keep going on a day-to-day basis and doing, distracting yourself. That's that self-sabotage. Distraction is one of the biggest of self-sabotage, is because you're just distracting yourself from what you really need to do. And you have to ask yourself, why are you doing that? So, the middle of the month here in January is really about taking the time for you, taking the time to change your perception, to heal, to get your light back, okay? As that child, the happy-go-lucky, nothing's wrong in my life child that thinks everything is, cupcakes and rainbows and, candy and all this lovely, awesome stuff. It's time to get back to that energy and not carrying such a weight, because in the last part of the month here, you've got the Knight of Wands, you've got the Justice card, you've got the 10 of Wands, and you got the Lovers. So to me, you've got two knights here, and it's about action. So there's a lot of action taking place for you in the month of January. And again, I'm a fellow Leo, so, I'm resonating with this as well. But with the Knight of Wands, I just feel, but you got to see that both of the knights are going the other way. So it's like we're running from something. We're running from our emotions. We're running from the darkness within. And it's time to illuminate it. It's time to bring the darkness to the surface so that we can then, shock it with our sun power. What they're making me feel here is that you're seeking justice from somebody. You're feeling like you are getting the shit end of the stick. You feel as though you've been walked all over by somebody, because you're carrying this burden with the 10 of Wands. And when you can go the other way from seeking that karma or, having that anger inside of your heart, it is time for, that's when the Lovers comes, right? That's when the connection comes. So everything that you've been wanting and wishing for is on the other side of releasing that darkness within, releasing the resentment, releasing the anger towards somebody. So whoever that is for you, it's time to see them with love. And I know that is like the hardest, not the hardest thing, but it's a hard thing to do when somebody's not respecting you. But you have to make the decision whether you're going to live with love in your heart or whether you're going to live with hate in your heart. And living with hate in your heart is going to affect everybody and everything around you. So please make the decision to live with the heart, with the love in the heart. In the Divine Empress Club, I do have a bunch of healings. One of them is like a lot of them, but one of them is the heart chakra. So like this would be fabulous for you to go in there and use that heart chakra healing to really just open your heart to seeing things with love, even though they're not what you want it to be, but to look at it with like those rose-colored glasses on and see that you can't change anybody and you just have to kind of accept what it is, and really making the decision of how you want to live the rest of your life. Do you want to live with that hate in your heart, or do you want to open your heart? Because if you think about it, if you're trying to attract connection and you don't trust people because you're living with that hate, you say you want connection, but at the same time you're hating somebody because of what they've done to you. You're telling the universe two different things. Your energy is showing that you don't want the connection because you're scared of it and you don't want to get hurt again. But yet you're saying that you do want a connection. So, and I know it's like, well, I don't want that type of connection. Well, when you can forgive, and I don't really teach forgiveness of other people, but I do teach letting it go. When you can let go and accept people for who they are, whether you like it or not, that's when you live with that love in your heart and you have more energy to give to the people around you that you do love. Okay. So with that Lovers card, you can see that it comes after releasing a burden, after putting the justice down, after not having to seek out, karma, or make sure that they pay for what you did, or treat them like crap just because they're treating you like crap, right? That's what I teach my kids. Like, just because someone's mean to you doesn't mean that you be mean back. You be the bigger person. And unfortunately, a lot of the times Leos have to be the bigger person, because, we just do, because we choose to live with happiness instead of misery. So in doing that, we do have to be the bigger person. All right, so I hope that resonated with you. We're going to go ahead and do the energy healing to go along with this. I'm being drawn to the Emperor card, and then I also want to bring the Wish card, and the Lover's card. So I go in with an intention, and the intention here is to really just feel your power that you have within, and that realizing that when you bring these shadows to the forefront, it's easier to just let them go rather than keep them bottled up inside of you and really cause stress and pain on yourself. So it's not that you're choosing the other person, it's that you're choosing yourself. Okay, so we're going to work on this. And again, like, I will pull some more cards throughout this. So go ahead, and if you haven't done this with me before, all I'm going to do is you're going to close your eyes and listen to some music, and I'm going to connect the divine energy with your energy in order to release any blockages or trapped emotions, especially with this situation going on. Okay. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And I just saw the angel number 222. Go ahead and let it out. And take another deep breath in. And go ahead and let it out. All right, whatever thoughts come in, just let them come in and let them go out. Here we go. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And let it out. And take another deep breath in. And give your body a nice stretch. And then go ahead and let it out. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. Major shifts here, guys. I love the cards that came out. So you've got the King of Cups. You've got the Death card. And you've got the Fool. So there's so many endings and beginnings in this reading. So it's your choice what you do. It is your choice. But what I'm saying for you here is I advise you to let go of what you're carrying. You're carrying a lot of resentment, a lot of anger, and a lot of pain from people that have treated you not so great, from situations that have made you, and this goes back even further than what you're thinking of right now. It goes back even further than that. And we carry this in our energy. And until we release it from our energy field, they keep coming up for us. They keep triggering us. So if you're feeling like you're doing great and then all of a sudden you bomb, it is because that these things, you're being triggered by people or situations. And the King of Cups is about, again, living with that love in your heart. The Death card is about that transformation. And then the Fool is the new journey. So I'm telling you right now that if you can release that from your life, from your heart, from your body, from your energy, everything will change for you. The universe will open up and start to reward you with things that you're manifesting, things that you want out of life. When you can live with that love and raise your vibration, because when you're stuck with this darkness, your vibration is low. Okay, you might think it's high, it goes high and low, right? But when you can release the darkness, this is when your vibration stays. You all of a sudden get a new ceiling, right? So when we go through vibration, it's like I talk about your default energy. And if your default energy is low, and you work and you heal, right, you go to a different default energy. So you get control of where your default energy is. And if you're living with the darkness in your heart, if you're living with anger or resentment or pain, your default energy is just that. So you want to heal all of that so that you can then move up into this new default energy. And that new default energy is knowing that you've got your whole life in front of you and that your heart is open for whatever the universe wants to bring in for you, and that you trust and that you deserve. All right. So I do invite you into the Divine Empress Club if you do want to do some healing like this, if this is really resonating with you. Like I said, there's over like 40 to 50 videos in there, all of the chakras, the archangels. It's $22 to join. So basically, if you want access to all of that, you can, there's a link down in the description box or something. But it's all about the healing. It's all about letting go. It's really about letting go of the pain. You're walking away from the good stuff here. You're letting yourself leave like stuff out on the table because your heart isn't completely open to receiving everything the universe has for you. So it's time. It's time, guys. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the reading. You can give me a thumbs up on the video if you did. Let me know in the comments, how is this resonating with you, if it has resonated with you, if you enjoyed the energy healing. And also, if you want to join me in the 3-day challenge, I am going to do it live in Facebook, but you don't have to be part of Facebook in order to get the videos. So that is in the description box and the comments below. I want to wish you the best January. Let's make this, month the strongest month of 2020 and set the foundation for the rest of the month by letting go of what's inside that's causing us so much pain and resentment and seeking the justice that we think we need when we really don't need it at all. All we really need to do is just let go and focus on us and move forward and open our hearts. All right. Much love to all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful month, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.